Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Growth Marriage. I'm here with a new friend of mine, Heather. Heather is one of the Dating Divas, and the Dating Divas are some of my favorite relationship experts on the internet. The Dating Divas provide amazing tools and resources to help couples. I was trying to say people and couples at the same time. Help couples keep the flame alive in their relationship. And they reached out to me a couple months ago, and they said, "Hey, we're working on a really big secret project, and we'd like you to participate. And this is what it is." And I was like, "That sounds amazing." And so I put together something for them that I've never put together before, and it's being included in this really cool. What are we calling it, Heather?
This is called the Sex Seminar.
The Sex Seminar. So they basically pulled together some of the top sex experts on the internet or on the planet, and you're sharing some amazing tips and tricks to help people have a vibrant and fulfilling sex life. Is that correct?
Yes. So we reached out to people that we know that we can trust because
Got it.
in the past, what we've kind of been known for is a safe place where people can come to for intimacy help, where they don't have to, Google terms or Google things to try and find information about intimacy and go through like the smutty stuff. They can come to us and we give them information that they can trust and they know will be uplifting and helpful. And these experts that we've pulled together, we love, and we're super, super excited about this.
Okay, who are some of the experts that are coming to speak along with me? I don't know yet.
Okay, well, get ready. I'll just name a few so that some of these.
Okay, we don't need to go through the whole list, just a few.
Have you heard of Dan Purcell?
I love Dan Purcell.
Yes,
I use his app.
Yeah, it's so good. We love it too. Dr. Kim Kimberling is talking. Monica Tanner. Do you know Monica?
Monica's been a guest on my show multiple times. She's wonderful.
Okay, perfect. Then you'll love her like we do. Dr. Laura Brotherson. She's incredible. I'm sure that's a name that everyone will recognize.
Yeah, a lot of people will recognize her. She wrote the book, And They Were Not Ashamed, I think.
Yes, it's actually on my nightstand right now. I'm reading through it again.
That's great.
So some really, really great experts and a lot of therapists and doctors who are experts in sex and intimate relationships between spouses.
Fantastic. And I love that you guys place a huge emphasis on trust, because I think it is a little hard to know who to trust in this space. And it's really easy to stumble across things that might be outside your value system or your comfort zone. And it sounds like what your focus is making sure that this content is approachable for everybody.
Yes. So it may not surprise you, because we're a marriage website, that a lot of people have come to us specifically seeking intimacy ideas. And so it's not a surprise to us that a lot of our date ideas and posts and products that are related to intimacy, they're the ones that all the couples are snatching up, because there's not a lot out there that people can find. So what's really great about this seminar in particular is that we like to say with our date ideas, we'll lead you to the door and give you creative ideas, and then we'll leave you there. And you go into the door in your bedroom, and that's between you and your spouse. But there is sometimes trouble in the bedroom, or people don't know how to communicate what the issues are, or they don't know how to communicate what they're wanting or what they're lacking. They don't even know where to find the solutions for that. So with this gives us a practical way that we can kind of help them beyond the door with experts that are trained in these specific areas to help. So I keep saying this, but we're so excited because we've done this before. We've done a sex seminar last year, and it was a humongous hit. People loved it. And so we're really, really excited to bring this back, and it's going to be even better this year.
Fantastic. So can you tell me a little bit about, who would be the ideal person to sign up for this? Like if somebody's watching us talk right now and they're like, "Oh, this sounds kind of interesting. I wonder if it's for me."
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some questions. If this resonates with, I'm talking to your audience, if this resonates with you, this is a seminar that you're going to want to snatch. If you're thinking to yourself, how can I build more anticipation for sex? How can I avoid the same sexual routines over and over? How can I learn to talk about sex with my spouse and open the doors of communication? Can one spouse has a higher sex drive than the other, and they want more intimacy more often than the other spouse?
Yep.
It is. Another question to ask is, how can we find connection through when we're dealing with addiction or pornography within our marriage?
That was my session.
Yes. And that is huge. That's actually been a focus this year with the Dating Divas, is helping a lot of couples are going through this and helping open those doors of communication and helping couples work through that together.
Yeah.
A few other things that are going to help couples, or if it relates to you, this is for you, is how can you change unhelpful thoughts about sex? Kind of rewriting those scripts that maybe you grew up with, and you have to kind of change your mindset a little bit. What do you do if you have a low sex drive, but you don't know why? And maybe you want to change that. How can both couple or both spouses feel fulfilled in their sex life? And then how do you keep sexual satisfaction from declining as you get older? So if any of those resonate with you, this is a seminar for you.
I love it. So it sounds like we're tackling some really, really important topics here. You know, I love that at the very top, you mentioned getting stuck in a routine, because I think one of the classic issues that couples bump into is they basically have the same sex over and over and over again. And they don't know how to mix it up. They don't know how to make it interesting. And nothing is more sad to me than a sex life that feels boring and routine. So there's a lot of really great stuff in this seminar. Do you mind if I spend just a minute talking about my session and why I think it's important?
Yes, please do. Then I have one more thing to share, just to kind of help everyone relate a little bit more.
Awesome. So when Tara reached out to me, she asked if I would be interested in participating in this. And I said, well, what topics are you looking to cover, or do you want covered? And she said, well, we'd really like somebody to talk about pornography, but we haven't had anybody bring it up yet. And for the last year, I've been doing this series with some of the top experts in the world on the topic of pornography, called Rethinking Porn Addiction. And I've learned an incredible amount. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is an opportunity for me to bring so much of what I learned and condense it into a little 45-minute teaching session to help couples, because I talk to couples every single week who are feeling stuck around the topic of pornography. It's a part of their relationship and they don't want it to be. You know, it feels like this noose around their neck, or a millstone around their neck that they can't get rid of, and they don't know what to do with, and it can really, really harm their relationship if they don't know how to deal with it. And a lot of the solutions that people are given to deal with pornography in their relationships today actually make the relationship worse. You know, we believe this. I'm just going to kind of present the problem, and then I'll invite you to come check out the solution. But the belief is, like, if we can just make the pornography go away, then our relationship will be better. And oftentimes that turns typically the wife into kind of the monitor who's always checking, installing filters and checking phones and asking for more transparency. And then she becomes more of a mother figure than a partner figure. And she's really anxious. And the man feels like one slip up and he could lose everything. And he's super high anxiety. And even though the porn might not be present in the relationship anymore, there's a lot of tension and anxiety, and there's not a lot of intimacy or connection anymore. And these couples sit there and they go, well, the porn's gone. Why isn't our marriage getting better? And I think that can be a really frustrating situation when you put so much focus on stopping the pornography, and then you realize that the relationship isn't getting any better, even though the porn has stopped. And so what I talk about in my presentation is how to shift that dynamic so that you can actually reconnect and make your relationship stronger than it ever was before, despite the pornography use. So I hope I'm excited about it. I hope that those of you out there who hear about that, who think, oh, that might be useful to me, that you show up and tune in, because I'm really proud of it. It's a really cool session.
I love that you're talking about exactly what you're going to share, because that is what we're all about, gathering experts that are going to share actionable things that couples can apply. It's not just, a fluffy talk about a subject. It is something that they can apply to their marriage and they can change it right then. So that makes me think of, we share this a lot, and it's something called the marriage box myth. Have you ever heard of this?
Tell me more.
Okay, so it's this idea that every couple is going into marriage and they're thinking, okay, they have this idea of what marriage is, and it's this beautiful wrapped box with a huge bow that says marriage, right? And then they get into it and they get married, and then they open up that marriage box and then it's empty, and they realize, this isn't what I thought. I thought that marriage was going to be full of the intimacy and the communication and all these things. What you don't realize is these are things that you put into it. So all these things you put into the marriage box yourself. And so that's kind of where the sex seminar comes into into play with these actionable steps. These are going to be tools to fill your marriage box to be that what you were hoping it would be, which is a lot of connection, a lot of romance, and then really fun bedroom time, which is exactly what couples should have, right?
I love it. I love it. So what's the cost for the entire sex seminar? Do you know off the top of your head?
The sex seminar is $35, but keep in mind that we have some specials. So
Wait. You glossed over that as if it was like a lot of money. That's not very much money. Why did you guys price it so low?
the truth is that we really want to get this into the hands of every couple. We
Okay.
have a mission, and our mission is to reach a certain amount of couples and help them in their marriages. And so
Right.
when we're able to pull together all of these resources and provide it to couples in a low price, we find that a lot of couples jump in and they're more apt to try this.
Yeah.
So for us, the idea of getting it, of basically saving more marriages is more important to us than having some really crazy high price, even though this is completely worth it. All of these experts, all
Well,
these practical steps.
I know several of the experts who are participating. Like I myself would charge something like 5 times that amount just for an hour of my time. And
Mhm.
so it's anyway, that's a ridiculously low price for the quality and amount of information you guys are giving. So that's really cool that you guys have priced it so reasonably.
It is really cool. And there's so many of you guys that are actual therapists that maybe people won't have the opportunity to walk into your doors and spend an
Yeah.
hour of time with you. And this is a way, not only are they able to do that virtually, they don't have to leave their houses or have the uncomfortable like phone call where they set up an appointment,
Right.
but it's a fraction of the price. And it's not just one expert, it's many experts.
You mentioned that there are also a couple of bonuses that have been thrown in as well.
Yes.
You were
So
like, that's not it. Like there's more to it. So I cut you off and I wanted to give you a chance to finish your
well, I
thought.
wanted to leave the air of mystery for you later, but there are specials and codes that you can use um, that I will let you share with your own audience.
I will definitely link below. I've got a special code that people can use to sign up and get some cool bonuses um, and unlock some. Not only so I anybody who signs up using my link or my code down below is going to get an awesome. It's like a $97 5-day trust workshop. So it kind of goes in conjunction with the pornography theme. A lot of what people feel after they discover their partner looking at pornography is a feeling of betrayal. It feels like there's broken trust. And so I wanted people to come out of my session, not only with what I teach there, but also with a 5-day plan to rebuild trust in their relationship. So I will give that away as just for free for anybody who signs up using my link down below, because I love my people and I want to take care of them. So I'll make sure that I leave a link down below and a code so that people understand and know how to get access to that.
I love that. So all of you Nate Bagley followers, that is your best bet right there. Go snag that because you're not going to get that anywhere else.
Love it. Love it. Well, I'm stoked that you guys are doing this and I really appreciate you inviting me. And I hope that if there's anybody out there who this sounds like a good fit, that you jump on this while it's available, because it seems like it's going to be an incredibly useful tool that could really help me move forward. And you can trust the divas to lead you in the right direction.
Yeah, and it will be emailed to you right away. So as soon as you purchase it, you can go on and then you can access all of the different classes, listen them to in your own time frame. And it can be your date night. It can be what you listen to on a couple's walk, whatever it is. So it can strengthen
Fantastic.
your marriage all year long.
Cool. Well, thank you for spending time to talk to me about this awesome bundle. I'm really excited about the sex seminar.
So are we. Thank you so much. We're really,
Yeah,
really honored to have you on board.
no problem.